talking to my mom on the phone today, and I was putting things together for my grad school applications and filling things out, and I sent one off last night or yesterday, whatever time it is. I can't really keep up, but I said something myself that I didn't even really notice until I said it out loud, and it was right before I hit submit, and I said, I've never been this nervous to turn anything in. And I kind of paused, and I was just like, ever. I've never been nervous to turn anything in the way that I was with that application. Because I've never really allowed myself to want anything that I didn't know that I could get. I know it kind of seems cowardly, and maybe it is. Maybe I got to a point where I just got sick of being disappointed and hurt by things that I kind of just stopped. And there's a line in a movie, and I couldn't tell you what movie it is right now, but I know Freddie Highmore says it. I think Freddie Highmore said it, and he said that he traded trying new things for comfort. Oh, let me find the quote, because that's going to drive me crazy.
Just that was you. I could have eternal comfort, but it's trading all my drive that I took it. You're right about me. I'm scared. Well, you don't think I see what's happening all around me? You don't think I see the world moving forward every day? I'm terrified. I'm terrified that I'm so content. I'm terrified that I'm so not.
That was a really good movie, by the way. Almost Friends. Freddie Highmore. There's just a lot in that. I don't necessarily relate to everything in it, because I've never felt like I was unmotivated, or maybe I was unmotivated, but I was always doing something. So, and I think I have my dad to thank for that. My dad just is not the kind of guy to ever just let you kind of sulk. He's kind of just like, yeah, I'm sorry you feel bad. Let's do something about it. I got to a point where I think my mental health got really bad, and I just like things get to me, and it was just like a combination of being in middle school, dating, well, actually probably early high school. So being in early high school, dating or talking to people, and then just dealing with all the emotions and hormones that are going through your body. It was just not a great time for me, and I think it really kept me from wanting to feel what I felt back then, even though I don't think I would feel what I felt back then now. I think I was in a really bad state of mind then. I was going through like social anxiety and depression at that point, so I think I was feeling very low lows back then. So like the pain that I was feeling was even worse than it would be now. But that's what I have associated with talking to people and dating. So I'm just a little terrified by it. And just not just dating, but taking chances. Putting myself out there with people. It's just not easy for me at all. And I know it's not easy for most people, but for me, I can only speak for myself. It's just, sometimes it's not even worth it. I talk to my friends a lot about like our age and being single and dating and things like that. And my friend's like, oh, I'm kind of jealous. Like I want to be out and doing things. And I'm like, should I be? Should I want to be out doing things? And I find myself going on like dating apps or like looking to talk to people, and then I'm just like not excited by it. Sometimes I am. I don't know. I think it's just we're so conditioned to want to be in relationships and to want to date. I think it's all very natural, and I think there's times that I really want that, but it's definitely not a motivating factor for me in life. When I get up in the morning, it's not what I think about. Maybe it's because I'm just so head underwater with school and applications that it's the last thing on my mind. It's not the last thing, but it's pretty far back there. And maybe I'm just figuring myself still out. Maybe I'm still figuring myself out. So it's not clear what I want, or I don't know. I think it's just a really weird thing to go for what you want and to go for things beyond what you know that you can get. Applying for grad school, it's like a 2 out of 10 chance, maybe 1 out of 10 chance that you're going to get in, and I think the odds are even scarier than that, but I'm not going to say that right now. But it's the first time that I'm going for something that I didn't know that I was going to get, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the idea of moving out on my own and having to find my place in wherever I'm going. I love my family with everything in me, and I love living with them, and part of me just wants to live with them forever, but I know that a really big part of me needs to figure out life just for myself. So I'm excited for my next steps in life. It's just going to be really interesting to see how things unfold, because I'm just starting to go for things that I want that are, shoot for the stars kind of. So I'm just excited. And even like my YouTube channel is kind of another one of those things where I've always wanted to do it. I have videos that go back 10 years, but I have privated those because painful to watch, and my voice just sounds so different. It's kind of painful. I still have painful videos up on my channel, but nothing will compare to, I don't even want to think about it, but my channel is something I've wanted to do, but I've just been too afraid to be consistent about it, because if I was and I failed, I didn't know how I would have reacted to that. So I'm actually trying with my channel now, and it's something that I really enjoy. I find editing and filming and talking to myself is really like therapeutic. So it's just nice getting to a point where I'm just kind of going for things. It might seem like super small and like rudimental to people who have just like kind of been like jumping out of windows of their life forever. But for me, I'm pretty cautious. I play my cards pretty close to my chest, and I'm kind of just a little over it in a lot of ways. And I wonder if as I go, like that will change for me when it comes to like how I feel about dating and putting myself out there with new people. I wonder, because right now I'm in a state where I'm like, that sounds fun in theory. Oh, I had a funny moment. This is totally a side note, but I was looking up Bangchan from Stray Kids, and this is just, I don't know why. I think my brain is it's delayed. I've made so many mistakes today. I looked up his age. I don't really remember why. I think it's because he's the oldest person from Stray Kids. And I was like, oh, how old is he? Because last time I looked up the oldest person in the group was like 20. And I was like, oh, Lord help me. And I looked. And he was born like August 1997. And I was like, oh, he's much older than I thought he was. And like, I totally separated myself from the fact that I was born in 1997. I don't know. I think I'm just losing it a little bit. But I'm older than Bangchan, but I didn't even see myself. I was just, I don't know. I was talking to my sister, and she's like, do you think of people like celebrities, are you able to remember their birthdays or like how old they are in relation to yourself? And I think in that moment I realized no. I was just looking up his age just to see, and I was just like, oh yeah, he was born in 1997, 24, cool. And I was like, wait, I'm 24. But that's a completely random side note, and I just spend way too much time on Instagram. And when you like something on your explore page, I think it just, after you like that, it's like, oh, you like that, so we're just going to keep giving you more. My explore page is all K-pop groups. A lot of them I don't even know who they are. Like, I didn't know who Stray Kids were before Instagram. And now I'm like, ooh, I can name like a lot of them. Bangchan, Felix, Hyunjin, Han, IN. Oh, there's one that starts with S, and I feel bad because I can't. It's like Seungbin. Oh, I feel terrible now. I don't know why I started listing them, and now I don't know how many are in the group, so I don't know if I'm just gonna start I'm losing my mind. But besides that, what else have I been doing with my life? I've been watching Stranger on Netflix, which is really good. Baeduna, love that woman. Ever since she was on Sense8, love her. Been watching, oh my gosh, there's like a lot of shows coming out right now. There's Baker Boys, there's Bad Buddy, and then there's, what's the other one that they're coming out? They just came out with another, it's like gmmtv or something. Not You, I think it's called. And that's Off and Gun, and they're adorable. And it's weird seeing them in this role in these roles, not one role. I've also been watching another one, and I forget what it's called. It's not from gmmtv. I forget what it's called, but I'm gonna look it up because I think it's made by like a smaller production company. But I've seen one of the actors before, but I really like it. It's super cute. I've also just been rewatching a lot of the other shows that I've watched before. Oh, I've also just been watching a lot of Edward Avia's videos on YouTube, which is just like making me become a fangirl of these K-pop groups that I don't know if they're as popular, but they're great and talented, and they're funny and they're cute, and it's just a good time. What is that one show called? Apparently I haven't watched in a while. Oh, it's called Love with Benefits. It's really sweet, and these are all just on YouTube. Is that what that channel's called? It's gmmtv. Wow. I'm not even sure if I said that out loud before, but it's stuck in my brain. And then am I watching anything else? Runs of Gilmore Girls, which I've seen like 6 times. And I've been thinking about watching Our Beloved Summer because I love Choi Woo-sik, I think his name is, and that is Kim Da-mi, and I love both of them. And they were in my favorite movie together. What's my favorite? Probably like action-y, thriller-y horror movie. And it's called The Witch, Subversion Part 1, and I think they're making a second one, and I think I'll lose my mind because I loved the first one, and I forget how violent it is, so I'm going to put a little warning on that before someone watches it, and they're like, oh, Kim Da-mi, Choi Woo-sik, and watch Our Beloved Summer first, and then go look for The Witch. It's nothing like I'm assuming Our Beloved Summer's like, even though I don't even know what that's about. I think it's a love story, so a little bit of flip, a little bit of a flip on their characters from The Witch, but, and I've also been watching, what was the other one? Oh, that's annoying, I completely forgot. I've been watching a lot of MasterChef Australia. I don't know why, because I don't even watch MasterChef America, but there's this pastry chef, and he's like really good, and I think he was like kind of the best from his season. Not kind of, I think he was just the best from his season, and he's just like so good. His name is Reynold, yeah, something Reynold. He's amazing, and every time I watch his stuff I'm just kind of amazed by cooking. But yeah, that's what I've been watching lately when I'm not ankle deep in grad school applications, which I should be done with tomorrow. Oh, that's not what I wanted to say. I should be done with that tomorrow, and I'm gonna go see West Side Story if I'm done with it tomorrow. If not, I'll have to wait till Wednesday and go after work. But I think I'll be done, and I'll go see West Side Story. I'll go by myself, but I think that might become a series on my channel, doing things by myself, because I have about 6 months left of my undergrad here, and there are some people here that I want to reach out and start talking to and like going to hang out with, but I'm not really looking to like, you know, make a ton of friends. That sounds super terrible and antisocial, but I can't really explain it. But that's all I really want to talk about. So I hope you liked this week's random rambles. I think this is number 3, but I talked about starting to go for things that I actually want, and how I watch way too much BL on YouTube, and I watch Gilmore Girls, and someone said that like watching like your comfort shows over and over again like is a sign of mental illness, which I feel like is a kind of a cheap shot, because can't everything be a sign of mental illness? I don't know. But I watch Gilmore Girls I watch it like kind of like almost around every year around this time of year. Like I haven't watched a lot of Christmas movies yet, but Gilmore Girls has. And then Lorelai talks about smelling snow, and you can actually smell snow. I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm in Illinois now, and I've smelled snow before it came, and it made me think, I'm like, look at me, Lorelai Gilmore. And Our Beloved Summer, thinking about watching it, don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Been watching Stranger with Bayduna. It's pretty good. I don't know what the guy's name is, and he's like the star, but Beduna is, you know, a beautiful, lovely human being that I fell in love with in Sense8, so that's why I remember her name. And then West Side Story, I'm so flippin' excited to see, but I'm super excited to see it. The girl who plays Maria, I think her name is Rachel. She looks like an amazing Maria, and West Side Story is my favorite musical of all time. It's my second favorite movie of all time, right behind Age of Adeline with Blake Lively. We can unpack that another day, but West Side Story is my favorite musical, my favorite movie, and I love it even though the entire cast of the Sharks is in like brown face. Sounds terrible. Everyone except for Rita Moreno. She's actually Puerto Rican, but everyone else is in brown face, and that's just how it was back then, and it was accepted. But you know, they're remaking it, and everyone in the cast is Latin, and it's just beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of Rita Moreno. I've been watching her since I was a little kid, so I'm excited to see like what part they gave her. I think they created a new part for her, which, you know, makes sense why they would do that. I'm excited to see like all my favorite dancers from So You Think You Can Dance. I think that Ricky Ubeda, he's in it, and I think, because she won, Gabby Diaz, I think she's in it as well. Oh, okay. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm like literally falling asleep. It's 1:47. I'm delirious, but good night. Bye.